Hello everyone, welcome back to MLS Moves. Please make sure you like this video down below and subscribe to the channel if you are new. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we'll be celebrating with a special jersey giveaway. 2 lucky subscribers will have the chance to win a jersey of their choosing. Whether you're a diehard fan or you're just joining the fun, this giveaway is our way of saying thank you for your support. So spread the word, hit that subscribe button, and let's reach our goal by the end of July. Now, back to the video. Favi, what the hell did we just watch, man?
Yeah, honestly, what from the start, I mean, people rushing in, trying to get in, no tickets being checked. That was just something completely crazy, something I never thought I would see in the United States, right? Something that, United States is always thrown out there as like they can take over a tournament no matter what. This proved to me that that's not the case. There still needs to be changes. Taxes need to be involved with getting more security or something, because this is not going to be the way it happens in 2026. That's for sure.
Yeah, so the Hard Rock Stadium holds like 70,000 people, I think, give or take a couple thousand.
Yeah.
And we saw videos and clips of several 20, 30, 40,000 people just rushing through the gates, knocking over security. We saw a journalist, which we'll show a clip about that in a second, get taken to the ground. But how many people do you think were there who didn't even have tickets, like the tailgaters or the people? I mean, was there like 200,000, 300,000 people around the stadium?
I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell, but I mean, I would say a good estimate, I would say, would be like probably 85,000. I mean, that's maybe the type of people or amount of people that tried to get in. I know Telemundo, or excuse me, Univision was throwing around the number of 65,000 for the grand total, and then an extra maybe 7 to 10,000 on top of that. So that's 75. And I can guarantee there's a whole bunch of people that didn't get in. I know some people included that didn't get in. So yeah, just a whole crazy event, crazy ending. Probably stuff going on right now because there was escalators broken. There's definitely parts of that stadium that are not going to look like the Miami Dolphins stadium. That's for sure.
Okay, I'm going to show 2 clips here. Here's the first one. This is going to be the clip that our friend Tactical Manager shared at the stadium before the game started. It looked like people were trying to get into the vents. So I'm going to show this real quick.
What is going on here? People are getting into the Copa America through the ventilation system. What is going on here? What the heck?
That is crazy, man. That is just crazy. Well, I mean, what's going on, man? We got people going through the vents.
Yeah, very interesting. So TAC was supposed to be, or he was actually collaborating with my company, 90 Minute USA today. So it was kind of crazy. I have a little bit of extended version of that clip because he sent it to us. And it's like, it's the wall broken down to get to that situation. So it's like these fans really broke down a wall to go through the ventilation system to get to a game for free, which is insane. I mean, the ticket prices aren't helping. Honestly, this whole ordeal it looks so bad for CONMEBOL.
No, it does. And see, there was a debate about whose fault it was for this game. Was it the Hard Rock Stadium security? Was it CONCACAF? Was it CONMEBOL? But I think we can all agree it was probably CONMEBOL at this point. They were the ones that kind of directing this game. I mean, there's no CONCACAF teams in this tournament anymore. This is technically more of a Copa or a CONMEBOL tournament that's just being played on U.S. soil. So it seems like they're mostly at fault for this, Favi, and that a lot of the issues what we've seen tonight and the chaos is mostly due to them and their lack of security and preparation for a game like this.
Yeah, absolutely wild, to be honest. To not believe that the 2 teams that were selling out stadiums after stadiums of just tickets would sell out this one and have people going crazy for this one, right? There's only so much you can do, but again, you need to just have more security. I know it's a lot of money to kind of have all those wages, but for people's safety, you have to have them all safe in there. So it's very interesting what this whole ordeal happened. But luckily, as of right now, I don't see anything going crazy. But who knows? That can change really quickly within an hour.
Yeah, I'm going to read a tweet too. This is very important because the security, not just the people rushing the gates and trying to break in who don't have tickets, and we have plenty of pictures that we could show. But I'm going to read a post that I had made that Univision had talked about during their broadcast. They had said that people with tickets were managing to enter. The security was very lax. They couldn't even check attendees for weapons. There were no metal detectors. There were no pat downs, nothing. And it's like they were inviting disaster, whether or not the game actually, would be safe in the long run. This was a massive fail to even take the chance of not, making sure that these people didn't have anything on them that could harm other people.
Yeah, I mean, it's a South American rivalry, right? Who knows what happens? Who knows what can go down after the game, before the game? It seems like when alcohol's involved and the stadiums in the United States, you can buy alcohol at the stadium. What I didn't like personally was that they were hyping up the crowd when all this was going down. I mean, if you're the announcement people, if you're running that pregame show, you're making announcements to like make people feel bad for standing in the stairs, kind of sitting in other people's seats, but they weren't doing that. That's the craziest thing.
Yeah, I mean, look at this bottle right here. This guy snuck in. I said it was tequila, but apparently it was something else. But I mean, look how big that bottle is, Fabi. That's
Right.
not just a single, man. That's a huge ass bottle. And if someone could sneak something like that in, imagine what else someone could also sneak in. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, look, I mean, it happens all the time. Alcohol gets snuck in, but in a situation like this one's a little scarier, right?
100%. I mean, look how big that is, man. I mean, if that was getting snuck by, then there's no telling what else made its way through the creases into the game. And then you see these videos of fans just taking these big bags of popcorn and throwing it everywhere and just tearing the place up. And you mentioned the escalator earlier, and it's just like, what is going on, man?
Yeah.
Like what is going? I don't understand how something. And look. Just based on what I saw, right? I'm not saying that there might not have been some rowdy Argentina fans, but it looked like it was pretty much one-sided. It was mostly Colombian fans that were doing a lot of the disrupting, the rushing the gates. It seems like it was pretty much just one-sided.
Yeah, look, I would. It's hard to say that because there's just so many more Colombian fans, I think, and I think that kind of goes with the ratio. You're going to get more crazy Colombian fans because there's just more Colombian fans. I know a whole group of influencers that weren't able to go into their suite. I mean, they had a suite paid by a big company and none of them got into their suite. So this is a situation where I want to know what's going to happen with all the people that purchase tickets. Does everybody get a refund, right? Does nobody make money on this game? Because at the end of the day, they should get a refund if they didn't go into the game and they purchased a ticket for a crazy amount of money. But now we run into the Ticketmasters, the StubHubs, the SeatGeeks, right? What do you do now?
No, exactly. And look at this, man. This is another picture. I mean, there are a plethora of memes and videos and stuff that we could go all night if we wanted to look at. But here's another video, or I'm sorry, a picture of Colombia fans. It looks like they have a ladder and they're trying to climb the wall. Or you can see it's the ticket booth below because you can see the numbers and the little boots. They're using a ladder to climb over to get into the stadium, which is absolutely crazy, man. I never thought I would see something like this in a U.S. stadium. I mean, this is wild.
Yeah, I mean, it really makes you think like, shoot, I mean, American football fans get rowdy too. I mean, I grew up with the Raiders and Niners rivalry, but you've never seen something like this, where it's just a whole bunch of people going up against the man or necessarily, against the stadium and just try to get in for free and totally a total disarray of everybody else's safety, right? Which is so wild. You see kids, you see mothers, you see all these people that you wouldn't expect to be doing exactly that. And it's hard to tell who has a ticket and who doesn't. And I totally understand that, but you gotta just not let everybody in. You just gotta do it one by one. I know it sucks and you can't just move the game back a little more. I mean, in my opinion, they shouldn't have let people in with lax security because at the end of the day, nobody wants to be at a game where they can be in danger. And that's 100% the truth.
Yeah, I'm gonna show another clip real quick. I'm gonna show this clip of this escalator that me and you both had saw that looked like it was shattered and just looked absolutely terrible.
Yeah, this is the escalator that takes you up to the club level for at this stadium. So again, there was a bum rush that I saw that went up to the suite level to the VIP section. So that could have been the reason why this is like this. But just insane. I mean, I did see a whole bunch of police though videos kind of kicking people out of their seats. So there was some sort of plan to get everything back to normal. So that's something I did see.
That I mean, there's just so many things, man, that happen. And I had even said at this point, I didn't even care who won because it felt like there was just so much chaos and that there was so much just drama and safety issues. It didn't even feel like it mattered who won. It felt like the whole event was just such a loss. And it was just, time to move on and cut your losses. And it is what it is. And yeah, you mentioned earlier about people who weren't able to get to their suites.
Yeah.
Our friend tactical manager, he went from Orlando or Tampa or wherever he's at in Florida now, and went to Miami, and he didn't even get to watch the game. He had to leave. Right. He didn't and he thought it wasn't worth the risk. And he obviously had a lot of coverage of what he had saw at the game. But there's no telling how many others were like him who were just like, man, I don't like what I'm seeing. I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just going to go home and cut my losses. I'll watch this at home. Sure, I'll miss the first 30 minutes of the game, but I'm not even going to risk this.
Yeah, look, I mean, my team as well, the 90-minute team, we kind of stayed away from this game. They were at the stadium about to get in, and then they pulled away. I mean, they didn't go watch this game. It wasn't worth the risk for our guys either. So exactly that. That was kind of crazy too.
Okay, I got this. I'm going to pull up this video of this of these people with the popcorn because this is crazy too. And I don't think I pulled up. Have I pulled up the journalist yet? I don't
Not yet.
Okay, yeah, I'll share the journalist after this. So this was the fans just taking a sack of popcorn and just going to town on it and throwing it everywhere for
right.
I don't know why. How did they even get this? They stole it from a vendor. I mean, do we have any context of how this actually happened?
Yeah, how do you get so many, right? How do you get so much popcorn? Probably from a vendor, right? But maybe that was a little more not too rowdy. I mean, it could have been a vendor that was just a Columbia fan and they wanted to make kind of like a big deal of popcorn. But it sucks because someone has to clean that up. But yeah, I totally agree. They shouldn't have done that.
I'm gonna show two more videos. I'm going to show this. I'm going to show this clip of it looks like the people that were trying to get in the stadium and then the security. I'm going to show this real quick and then I'll show the journalist and then we'll talk a little bit about the 2026 and then we'll wrap it up with some thoughts on like what they need to do better for 2026 to make sure this doesn't happen. Okay, so this is at the beginning of the game when fans were trying to get in. And a lot of these fans apparently didn't have tickets and they were tired. They're getting impatient of waiting outside. So they just started to decide just to start rushing through and climbing gates and, pushing through the fence and just, I mean, look at this, just run through.
Right.
Disregard security. I mean, this just isn't safe for anybody. I mean, there was a bunch of kids here too, which is absolutely insane.
Yeah, I even saw a picture of a newborn. I'm like, what are you doing bringing a newborn? But at the same time, you think it's going to be a nice game. I mean, people should have expected a little bit of this after the Uruguay game, or at least a little bit more security, right? That's another place where CONMEBOL kind of dropped the ball too. Like, how do you see one of your biggest stars of your tournament fighting fans and then not have more security, not understand that this is going to happen again?
Yeah, this is just a failure by CONMEBOL completely, and I just hope that in 2026, when the World Cup comes here, we don't have an incident like this. Okay, so here's the final video. This is the journalist who he had a badge, like some credentials, and then he was just taken to the ground. I mean, his shirt looked like it was undone. I don't know what the hell had happened to him.
Yeah, and at the same time, he is showing the credential to the police, so that was an even crazier video too. I couldn't believe I was seeing this.
Yeah,
because he's showing a badge.
There's like 10 police officers over there. I mean, what did he do? I mean, I just don't understand what happened to where this was necessary that he needed to be taken down like this. I mean, was he threatening people? I mean, he looked pretty harmless to me. He looked like he was just kind of had his hands up. He had his badge and he was just trying to get through. I mean, he's like literally showing his badge and then they're, wrestling him to the ground.
Right. He's possibly just trying to get to work, right? Because he's a media credentialed person. So it's shocking to say the least.
Yeah,
I'm trying to look up things from the game right now, and it looks like I don't know if you can do this too. Colombia's tag on Twitter is down, so I'm not so sure if it's just me on this side, but I'm trying to look up anything. It looks like Twitter might be down completely.
yeah, I think Twitter's down. It went out a couple times earlier during the game because I think so many people were posting on it.
Kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, exactly. Well, Favi, just to close it up, obviously this was crazy. Argentina won Copa America, but at the end of the day, that isn't the most important part. It's about the safety of the fans, the experience, being able to come together, watch this game in safety among your peers, and not have to worry about your life being in danger, or getting mobbed or stampeded or anything like that. And 2026 right around the corner, man. And if this is what's to come, this is not good.
Yeah, 100%. You know, someone has to step in on this. And I know CONMEBOL gets all the blame, but again, if you're the U.S. Soccer Federation, if you're CONCACAF, you're not going to let some organization have 100% on a tournament like that here anymore. Because even if you're not a part of it, you are taking some of the blame, even if 100% of it is CONMEBOL, because it's on your home soil. It's in your stadiums. You need to do your best to make sure that this doesn't happen again so that you don't get the bad PR. And I think that's going to be the biggest change. I think there's going to be multiple entities working on these massive tournaments now going forward, because this cannot happen again. This is a failure on all fronts. And a World Cup berth can be lost for things like this. I do remember when Mexico had that big gang fight at one of those Liga MX games where people died, and it was something where it was like, geez, you know, like you got to take away everything from them. This is a scenario we're going to see the fallout now, but hopefully nothing bad comes from it. Man, oh man, we're playing with fire here. That's for sure.
Yeah, hopefully no one got injured tonight. I haven't seen anything of anyone getting hurt, but hopefully that's the case. Hopefully everybody's safe and everybody made it out in one piece. But yeah, man, I just think that we got to take some extra steps to make sure people are safe in 2026. This is back-to-back games, Favi, where Colombia has had this chaotic fan eruption or you know, just disturbance. You know, the obviously the infamous Darwin Núñez in the stands, and then now the fans are bombarding and storming through the gates. Just crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. But me and you have, and many others have been on top of this all night. And Favi, you are super close to 10,000 followers on Twitter, man. I think you're less than 500 away. Where can people follow you at?
They can follow me at Fabian Rankel on Twitter, or I'm Fabian Rankel on Instagram. Yeah, I'm going to be following this. So if you guys want any updates, I bet you anything you're going to be on this too. So if anything, you'll see my account. That's for sure. Thank you.
So make sure you guys like this video, subscribe to the channel, hit that little bell so you never miss a video. Obviously, follow Favi. He does a lot of great work. He's the best up-and-coming journalist in MLS and U.S. soccer in general. So make sure you give him a follow. Help him reach 10,000. He does great work on his personal account and 90-minute soccer. Or, not 90 minute. I'm sorry. It is 90 minute, right?
Yeah, 90 minute USA. You got it right. Don't worry.
Just making sure I didn't mess it up for you. But make sure you give him a follow. Favi, it's a pleasure, man. Until
next time, for having me on.
I'll see you all soon.